And just Breezy, were you present at all, and what was your reaction?
Bro, you just trying to stir stuff up. No comment.
To ask.
Yeah, no comments.
Remember when Bird and Magic lit up the NBA? Well, the WNBA just found its own version. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are taking women's basketball to new heights, and this rivalry is getting hot. Reese just posted something crazy about Clark's ROTY win, and you won't believe what's happening behind the scenes. Hold on, we need to revisit the origins of this rivalry in order to discuss it properly.
To an opposing coach confronting some of your players after a game.
I wasn't there, but that was a week ago. Like, don't have any comment.
Do you recall those college football games where fans were glued to their seats? That only served as a warm-up. The real show is going to start now. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese did not appear overnight. Since their undergraduate years, these two have been in the spotlight. And let me tell you, it's been quite the journey. At LSU, Reese was dominating, while at Iowa, Clark was lighting up the court. When they finally came into contact, everyone knew it would be explosive since they were like two comets on a collision course. Know what's absurd? Their differing styles are incomparable.
This is the banner that is currently sitting outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It's still a record for a rookie. This is currently sitting outside of the Indianapolis Gainbridge Fieldhouse. He was a #1 pick and won the Rookie of the Year by a landslide. She failed to convert it unanimously.
Reese commands the paint like a boss, exuding strength and presence. Clark? She plays with such grace that it's easy for her to make threes and dole out assists. Fans can't get enough of it because it's like watching fire and ice collide on the court. Do you recall that NCAA final match? When Reese and Clark faced off, it was as if we were witnessing the birth of two superstars. The level of intensity was extraordinary. Clark was making dimes and making baskets from downtown, while Reese was grabbing rebounds left and right. Social media went crazy, and the arena was electrified. That match, it was more than a game. That served as the spark that started the entire rivalry. This is where things become really fascinating though. When it counted most, Reese and Clark both performed at their highest level.
Angel Reese dropped cryptic message after stealing Caitlin Clark unanimously Rookie of the Year award. Now, by stealing, they mean they took that vote and she got that vote. And yes, she did steal. After the first overall pick, Aaliyah Boston became the 2023 unanimous Rookie of the Year. It was time for Caitlin Clark to replicate the same history.
They didn't just play in those crucial college games, they performed. In the paint, Reese would make a strong move, and Clark would counter with a clutch three. It was similar to watching a game of chess, but with much better shoes and much more excitement. Imagine now turning up the intensity to 11, but still maintaining that college feel. That's what we're witnessing during Reese and Clark's WNBA transition. The competition is fiercer, the stakes are bigger, and the lights are brighter. More than ever, it's fierce. These days, these two are playing for more than just school pride. Neither of them is giving up on their fight to earn a spot in the major leagues. Do you believe there was much rivalry in college? Simply wait. Reese and Clark are prepared to deliver the fire since the WNBA is a completely different league. These are two players who have the ability to completely change the league. Their contrasting fashions? Not only is that entertaining to see, but it's also altering how the game is played. Reese has a commanding physical presence that makes opponents hesitant to drive in the lane. Clark's court vision and long-range accuracy make defenses uncomfortable. If you put them on the same court, we're going to witness some of the most thrilling basketball in a long time. Although the league has merely added fuel to the fire, the supporters are adoring this rivalry. Did Clark win Rookie of the Year? Everyone is talking about it. However, the true query is this: is the fan base being divided by this award, or is it paving the way for the next big WNBA rivalry? Let's dissect it. Caitlin Clark had an absolutely amazing debut season. We're talking about figures that will leave you dizzy. She scored 17 points, grabbed 3 rebounds, disheveled 6 assists, and stole 2 in a pivotal game. That alone has the potential to change the game. It's not just good. You know what's even more absurd though? Her best was saved for last by Clark. Imagine this. Matchup against one of the best teams in the WNBA is on the line in the fourth quarter. When it counted most, Clark comes up and scores 10 points, inspiring her squad. It's this type of clutch performance that sets the exceptional apart from the ordinary. You may be asking yourself, okay, but what about Angel Reese? At this point, you're justified in asking. Reese also had some incredible performances. In reality, according to several fans, she was robbed. They are making the case that she was just as deserving of the ROTY award as Clark, citing her own stellar statistics. This is where things become really fascinating though. It's not just a matter of who has superior metric. The WNBA's Rookie of the Year award? It's significant. More than simply a fancy piece of gear is at stake here. A player's entire professional path may be influenced by this honor. Consider it. Being named ROTY puts you in the public eye. All of a sudden, you're no longer just a novice. The league's future lies with you. Everyone is observing you and hoping for excellence. There is still pressure, but there are also opportunities. Accomplishments such as sponsorship, media coverage, and fan devotion accompany the title of ROTY, and for good reason. The competition between Clark and Reese is getting hotter now. These days, it goes beyond pride in oneself. It concerns who will represent the WNBA going ahead. Although Clark has won the prize, Reese isn't going to let up. This, if anything, is motivating her to disprove everyone. What's wild, you know? Already, some are drawing comparisons between this and legendary basketball rivalry. We're talking excitement on par with Bird versus Magic. For years to come, two up-and-coming stars who are immensely gifted but have completely different approaches will compete against one another. This kind of rivalry has the power to characterize a sports age. The truth is that Clark and Reese benefit from this competition more than just themselves. It may completely alter the WNBA's dynamic. Consider it. What happens when you have two superstars that are in a perpetual state of competition? The degree of play is quite high. To stay up, other players have to step it up. And admirers, they devour it. Every time Reese and Clark spar, it goes beyond simple competition. It takes place. Fans of the Women's National Basketball Association are tuning in to see these two battle it out. This implies increased interest in the league, more ticket sales, and increased demand for the items. The WNBA has the potential to soar to new heights with this kind of attention. One may assume that the league would suffer from all of this controversy. False. There's more to the WNBA's current explosion than just Clark and Reese. We're talking about completely full arenas and skyrocketing TV numbers. The worst part is that this could just be the warm-up act. More than ever, the WNBA is experiencing a surge in popularity. As they cram into stadia, supporters of their preferred teams are yelling uncontrollably. Not only are there a few games here and there, but sellout audiences are starting to occur frequently. What about TV rating? They are soaring. Fans of the WNBA are catching up with viewers who have never watched a game before, and they're having a great time. However, why now? What has altered? There's more going on here than just Clark and Reese putting on a show. For years, the league has been preparing for this day. Everything is coming together to create a perfect storm of awesomeness. All that hard work, all those amazing players pushing the boundaries of the sport. Consider it. You have seasoned players who have spent years perfecting their craft, demonstrating to the world what outstanding women's basketball looks like. Then there is this fresh batch of rookies who are altering the course of the game. It's similar like viewing the basketball worlds of the past, present, and future all on one court. How on earth were you not thrilled about that? And for a moment, let's talk about those newbies. Not only are Clark and Reese excellent, but they transform the game. Whenever they step onto the court, amazing things occur. Enthusiasts purchase tickets merely to speculate about their future move. This is the kind of celebrity power that elevates a league. What's truly crazy, though, is this competition between Clark and Reeve. There are many who suggest that it might even surpass the scope of Bird versus Magic. Yes, you did indeed hear that. We are discussing a rivalry that has the potential to characterize a whole basketball era. It's an event, not simply a game. Every time they square off, the league is aware of one of the most reputable voices in women's basketball. Cheryl Reeve said it best. "The league has been building for this momentous occasion, and here we are," she declared. "You must now make the most of it." That's precisely what's taking place. Taking advantage of the excitement around Clark and Reeve, the WNBA is showcasing everything that the league has to offer. But star power isn't the only factor. The WNBA's general standard of play is extremely high. There are teams playing some of the best, most thrilling basketball you'll ever watch. It is extremely skillful, physical, and quick. Hey, this isn't just good basketball. This is great basketball, period, is what fans are discovering when they witness this. You know what's absurd, though? This might only be the start. More talented players than ever before are drawn to the WNBA. Young females who watch Clark and Reese aspire of becoming like them. Could this be the beginning of a golden period in women's hoops? Thus, it's possible that there be drama. Perhaps there is a little conflict among the young players in the league, but that's actually benefiting the WNBA rather than harming it. Storylines are being developed, excitement is being created, and most importantly, people are being made aware of just how amazing this league truly is.